What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Wagwan, guys. We're gonna get started in a minute or two. We're gonna get started in a minute or two. Just doing some last little logistics and then we're gonna fly. Make sure everything is straight. Boom. Boom. All right. Wagwan. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up, switch it up. No, I don't like this song. Wagwan, guys. Wagwan. Let me kill the music a little bit. Let it rock in the background. Okay. We should be live everywhere. We should be live on Twitch. We should be live on YouTube. We should be live on Facebook. We should be live everywhere. Yeah. Okay. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to another offering of the PYM Live Show. My name is Calvin. If this is the first time seeing my wonderful face, this is the PYM Live Show, which stands for Protect Your Mental. It's a live show that we do every single week, Wednesdays and Sundays, just to really just grow together in this thing called life on how to build the mind, how to protect the mind, how to get better. Sorry, I got myself a bubble tea if you don't mind. How to get better every single time we come together on, building the mind, on growing, on progressing, on learning, on developing as a people, whether you're young, whether you're old. I'm trying to be upbeat, but there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to get into today, and it's really just affecting my vibe and my mood. That I normally come in here with high energy, but you know what I'm saying. The things that it's bubbling on the inside of me. You know what I'm saying. I always say part of my Ghanaianness will come out, but yeah, man. Let me kill the music altogether, crowd. Yeah, as I like to do always starting off the show, I like to give y'all a reason, why PYM Live, what's the point of this, why be on here, what's our motivations. If you join the PYM militia, as we call ourselves over here, and someone asks you what's the point of it all, a reason I give y'all today is that it keeps you going. It keeps us going. Lord, the Lord knows that, every now and then you may need an additional, some kind of support, stimulation, motivation. Even though I say I'm not a motivational speaker, I refuse to be, whatever kind of energy and vibrations, I guess, that you would need at a moment in a down period. That's what PYM we aim to be. It's just, hey, we grow together. We may not have all the answers. We may not have all the fancy terms and terminologies, but at least we're progressing towards a common goal. And as I always say, the PYM militia, the one thing that we are focused on daily is fighting the darkness that fights the mind. Because if we fight the darkness that fights our minds, the hope and the goal is that what's left over is light. Now, what would I describe as a darkness? The darknesses are things of anxiety, of depression, of fear, of jealousy, of envy, of bitterness, of hatred, whatever those things may be. It is to fight them off. Though they exist, we fight them off to give space for light so that it keeps us going. So I give y'all PYM, why PYM, as I always do at the start of the show. I hope y'all been good. I hope the week has been great. We're midweek. My week has been pretty cool. As I said to you guys last time, I'm week 3 at my new job as a commercial director at a tech company, and it's been pretty good. The company's pretty cool. I like the team. I like the product. I like what we do. And just kind of getting, first day vibes, first week vibes of, trying to get ingratiated into the culture as always. You're not trying to be the odd man out. You're not trying to be the one who's standoffish, or you're booking all the coffee chats. You're booking all the social hours because you don't want to be that guy who is, appears to be standoffish. If you are working and you can relate with me, right? So I'm in week 3 of that, and it's fresh and it's fun, But how's your week been, guys? I hope your week has been good. If you're with me rocking out in the chat, let me know how you guys have been, how the week has been. It has been good, has it been bad, has it been ugly, has it been frustrating, whatever it is. If you got a quick rant, get it off in the chat. We want to know. Sometimes getting it off your chest is a what was the cathartic, big brothel, big English. It's a cathartic release. So I hope y'all been good. And if I'm rocking solo, don't worry, y'all can catch it later. But yeah, my week has been all right in terms of productive. But I oh man, news and things that have hit me and stirred my. I'm trying not to rant as much as I love to rant here, guys. I'm trying not to rant because I need to get through the information. But yeah. Let's just jump right into it. What I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight is as you saw from the title, if you may not know the story, and sometimes when I'm talking about this is just a bit about me. Sometimes when I'm talking about things, I'm not trying to be a reporter. I'm not even trying to be a journalist. I'm not trying to give my 2 cents to the situation. Because everybody does that. I'm just hoping to pick it up from a perspective. That's again, the PYM militia. Whenever we talk about anything going on in the world, or any topic that we deem relevant, or any situation or scenario that we think everybody goes through on a day-to-day basis, it's always a third party perspective. You know what I'm saying? Third party perspective. You know what I'm saying? If you have beef with that, as you know what I'm saying, we always say over here, don't ask me any stupid questions, right? But okay, so I was, maybe this was Monday, right? What's today? Today is Wednesday, Tuesday, right? So Tuesday is happening. I'm finishing on my work day, and my fiance, she tells me like, "Yo, have you heard of this story about a girl who was killed in Kabul?" And I'm like, "Huh? What do you mean?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's this story about this girl who's been in Kabul." And I'm working, and normally times when it comes to news like that, I'd be like, "Yo, I'll deal with it later," because I don't like diving into like negative news. As I always say, like we spoke about dealing with negative news. Me personally, I'm the type that if it's negative news, I want to be in a certain frame of mind to deem whether it's even important enough to inquire, because I gotta guard. You know what I'm saying? I gotta guard my psyche. So on Tuesday, she sends me the link to the story, and I see this and I read it, and immediately I'm heated. When I say I'm heated, I am pissed beyond pissed. I'm pissed at the situation. I'm pissed at the circumstance. I'm pissed at so many different things. But I said that, you know what, I got to bring this to the militia. I have to talk about this with y'all, because it's both sad, but it's revealing at the same time. And I'm trying to be very particular about the words I use. So what am I talking about? If you've been on the digital space, or if you haven't been, if you're not aware, there's this girl. Her name is Shanquella Robinson. Nickname Quella, right? She is 25 years. She just turned 25 years old, and she went down to Cabo for a birthday celebration with their friends, right? Bit of background about her. She's she has her own business. She does hair. She has a hairstyling business. She's from North Carolina. So if you're from North Carolina, shout out to North Carolina. The only thing I know about North Carolina is what's his name? J. Cole. That's all I know about North Carolina. But anyway, she's from North Carolina. She goes down to Cabo. Very it is such a common travel destination in your 20s. My little brother even, he went down to the Punta Cana. No, he went to Costa Rica. Costa Rica, I think, or Costa Rica. I said Costa Rica because of speed. Costa Rica, not too long ago, and it's a common place to go for birthday celebrations. All right, so she went with her quote unquote friends. Then they go. She tells her mom she's going for the birthday celebration. All right, cool. Let's all right, go have fun. Then the next day, all of a sudden, she goes with six other friends. All of a sudden, one of the friends call the mother, right, and tell her that Quella, she's not feeling well. She has alcohol poisoning, so we had to leave her, and we're on our way back. And the mother's like, huh? What does this mean? Okay, cool. Then they bring all her stuff with them back to America and leave her there. And the mom is like, but how can you bring her stuff and leave her there? Doesn't make sense. A couple of hours later, so if they go on a Friday, maybe if they go on a Friday, Saturday, a couple of hours later, she gets a call from Mexico. Saying that, your daughter has passed. She was rushed to the hospital. She was rushed to the hospital because a maid found her in the hotel, but upon sending her, she found her dead upon arrival. What's the cause of death? Scientific term, axillary luxation. Basically, something that the bones in her neck had twisted. When we watch all these John Wick and Steven Seagal movies, when they do that thing. The moment I read it, I said, okay. That was the first image I came to my mind when they do that crack thing. All right. And the mother is distraught. Okay, what's happening? What's going on? And then hours later, the internet being the internet, a video surfaces of a fight between Shanquella and her friend. Right. And the funny thing is that the friends who told her there's alcohol poisoning, the medical report of Mexico said there was no alcohol in the system. So clearly something is afoul here. And you can go and read the story and watch the video. Mind you, it's a pretty gruesome, I don't say gruesome, but it's a pretty graphic video in terms of, watching, if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. You can just watch, read the report because it is very direct, the video. One of the friends posted it. Cool. So this girl is dead, right? This girl has been killed, and she's been killed in a group of friends. And I wanted to talk about it because when I saw it, not only was I sad, but I was pissed. When I say I was pissed beyond one, because obviously this is the loss of life, someone's life, right? But for a very stupid reason. But I was pissed on the way it happened. And if you are familiar with the story, there have been so many theories. And obviously when things like this happen, the first safe answer that people want to say is, we got to wait until more information comes out. And if you've been watching me a little bit, one thing I always say is that more information thing, as much as it sounds like the right answer to say, most times people lose interest in the story as more information comes out. So the point of more information becomes useless. But that's a side point. The reason why I was so pissed is because there's so many angles to look at this, right? And I was close to ranting at my fiance, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hold it in. I'm gonna hold it, and I'm gonna try to, really understand more about the story. But as I learned more about the story, bro, as I learned more about the situation going on, I got more and more pissed. And I said, I'm gonna break it down. So, if you're like, let me see if I can find a report about this thing. I'm not gonna play the video or anything, but let me see if I can find a report about it. But I'm gonna keep talking about it. Like, if I'm gonna break it down from two angles, right? I'm gonna break it down from two angles, and it's not related to her, but it's just observing the situation and really like actually pausing to stop and observe what happened, right? So already off the jump, 6 friends decide, quote unquote friends, decide they're going to go to Cabo to turn up. Now, me, I'm the type of person that I like to play devil advocate for the situation, because the first thing is, people have outraged already and said, you know what, how could the friends do this? How could the friends do this? And I'm like, you know what? Let me look at the situation for maybe, they're not quote unquote friends. Maybe they're associates, because I know people say they can go to vacations with associates, and you can never know. But then more information came out that it was actually the quote unquote best friend. Her best friend was one of the guys that went with her, right? Okay, so that shows that there's a clear connection between the two of them. The person beating her up is another woman. And I'm like, what if maybe the person beating her up is like, I was trying to think of the situation. Like, maybe it's like that girl who fought her was maybe like a situation of the girlfriend of maybe her friend. Because that's happened situation. There's been situations before where you may go on a quote unquote getaway with a friend, and the friend will bring a +1. So you may not know the vibe of the +1, but on the strength of your friend, you're down to move with the person, and it happens all the time. So I'm like, okay, maybe she doesn't know the person, because this is a fight. When I say it's a fight, it was a full-on fight. It was blows, right? It was boom bam boom bam boom bam, and you can go watch the videos, right? She walks in, she takes a video like, typical girl, hey girl, where you at? You trying to get to the pool? She takes a video like, it's we about to get lit, whatever, we about to have fun. And it was a fight between the two girls, right? That video that I talked about was a fight between the two girls. So I'm like, okay, maybe she doesn't know the girls. But then again, I wanted to rant about it immediately, but more information came out that no, the girl who the girl who fought with her was Dejanay, or I forget her name, Seth. Dejanay Jackson, I think her name is. I'm gonna find her name. Dejanay Jackson is a known friend. They're all friends, right? They're all friends. So okay, this is not a +1, because I was trying to think of immediacy. Because when you watch the video, bro, you think they're the greatest enemies fighting. So this is quote unquote friends. Okay, so it's not a +1. It's a known friend. But when you watch the video, that information is nowhere to be found, right? Okay, cool. I don't want to put out false name. Let me see if I find her name. I'll say it. Dejanay Jackson. I think it's Dejanay Jackson. I'll find it. Right? But long story short, this other quote unquote girlfriend is the one throwing, when I say haymakers, she's throwing haymakers left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left. And what's it called? The people are just there recording. As for the recording one, I'll get to that. I'm gonna get to that. That one, if I go off, just allow me. But I'll get to that one. And I said I wanted to talk to you all about it because literally 2 weeks ago or so, I had a video. Like I was trying to do a video because I said I want to start talking more about like friendships. And like when I say this is a pure, simple example of why friendships is such a fickle thing as you get older, like in your 20s, because one, if you look at that 6 friends, there has to be some level of first things first is there has to be some level of comfort or at least security in going to travel to a foreign land with a group of people. And those group of people are your friends. But somehow, in that known fact, you're leaving your country to go to a different place. It's a known place, Cabo. People go to all the time. It's a known tourist and getaway spot. You go with a friend. And in mid-vacation, now people are saying that there's a whole bunch of conspiracy around it. But mid-vacation, a friend who you trust enough to move out and go on vacation with is throwing, when I say haymakers, I reserve that for, if I will reserve them kind of haymakers for someone who will just break into my house. Like, I want to injure you. Like, I want to damage your soul. That's the kind of when I say that's the kind of blows this girl was throwing on this girl. But this is a friend. This is who you call a friend. This is who you give access to your person. And I'm not blaming her, but I'm just highlighting that, it is so interesting that in your 20s, bro, what you call friend, it be like any connection. Friend literally becomes a blanket statement for any single soul you know as you get older, right? And for us PYM, I refuse to believe that. I believe that, like, at the end of the day, this situation is so tragic because but I'm just trying to parlay it, to use it as a thing that you need to understand that friends sometimes are the most likely source of potential trauma in your life. Period. I don't care your bestest of friend, your closest colleague, your closest confidant. Why? Because familiarity breeds, complacency or being taken for granted. I don't use big bro for today. I'm not trying to joke. Being taken for granted. It's because people feel that they have most access. Most times, a source of pain is the person most close to you. And I always keep that expectation, not because I'm trying to paint that person in a negative light, but I guard myself. I use it as a means to guard myself, bro, to guard whatever I'm doing. Because even if you watch that video, I don't want to believe that they went from best of friends to throwing haymakers. There had to be a buildup. Like, it had to be a buildup. There had to be some kind of buildup. Even if it was unseen buildup, there had to be some kind of buildup. And if there was some kind of buildup between that shorty who was throwing blows and Shanquella, it had to be identified. It should have been noticeable. It should have been a situation that, hey, this person is acting away towards me. I might have to maneuver. And I'll speak to the theory that it was a plot, it was a planned thing. I will. But in the name of friendship, you don't go on vacation. Most people do not go on vacation with strangers. So I don't what I want to bring emphasis to is be freaking mindful of the people you attach the word friend to. I don't care. Like, as much as I have a lot of people who know me, and I know a lot of people, I have people who are my gang, I have people who I chill, I have fun with in a good time. I always keep in the back of my mind that, at any point in time, you can go left. And I'm not saying it because you're a bad person. I'm just saying it as a means to guard myself. So if the moment I sense you're going left, not only must I be ready to maneuver in a different way, but I gotta be ready to cut you in a different way. I gotta be able to de-rank you in a different way. I gotta be able to put you in a different box. The moment you start showing, if I can get a hint of animosity. Now, the problem with friends is that because you put them in a box of friends, the animosity sometimes is hidden. It's hidden animosity. So it's hard to sense. It's hard to picture. It's hard to really suss it out. Because, they try to, it's a conflict. Like, if it's hate towards your way, it's like the relationship, if it's a good relationship, is bottling the hate, so it's fake, it's hidden the hate, or whatever the case may be. But you have to be aware of it, because hate, anger, at the end of the day, cannot be hidden for a long period of time. So the longer experiences you have with a friend, the more likely it is that anger, when maybe it's passive aggressive, maybe it is right and direct. Whatever, people are not as smart as they think they are. People aren't. I'm not. So there will be some kind of first signs of that switch up. And I'm saying that the people you put in the box of friends, you got to reevaluate and reassess, bro. And I always say, and as much as I have a lot of people around me, I have one person in my whole 28 years of living that I can say close, confident, knows me. And I've known for 13 years. But even him, I have to be ready that maybe one day it may go left. But I got to be ready that if should it go left, I'm not the one looking like what happened. It's not to throw shade on him because he's been a great friend to me for almost 13 years, 14 years. But at the end of the day, I got to keep that for my own sanity. As young people in general, you have to, I feel like it is your responsibility to take active stock of the people around you. Constantly. I don't care. Take active stock. And it's not to shun them or act differently towards them, but it's to take active stock of who they are to you, that you never find yourself. You never find yourself in a situation where you're compromised because someone who is you are no longer a friend in their eyes, is still a friend in your eyes. That is the most dangerous kind of positioning, that someone has now turned up and and I'm now his enemy in his eyes, but he's still standing in the box of friend in mine. I can't. Now, there's some people who are devious, some people who are good actors, some people who can be two-faced, but I don't want to believe that everybody out here is a maniacal genius. The average man is not. If they're pissed, they frown. If they are sad, they cry. Most people are straightforward. So at least odds are, if I keep my guard up and I have 5 friends, not all 5 of them are so low key and well hidden and so reserved that they can figure out how to hide their hate for me should hate arise. I can't. I don't believe that. The odds will not say that. So in the thing of friends, you trust, like in the thing of friends, this is a group of people that you're comfortable and you feel secure enough to travel with. All right, bet. Cool. That's the context. One element. Now the actual situation happened. She's here. Let's say it was a plot. It was a plot that these guys plotted that, we're gonna take this girl to Cabo and we're taking her out. And my fiance said the same thing, like, maybe they planned and they plotted it. But I'm like, me, I watch too much crime and investigation shows. So the moment I thought, like, if it's a plot, why the hell would you plot and then leave the body in the hotel room? Like, that's just not like me. I always say it as a joke. Like, if I don't know who's watching this. This is all in GTA, or this is all fake. But in a scenario that I really wanted to be on, like a serial killer vibe, if I really wanted to do it, like, I think I've watched enough crime shows. Even like I always say, like, it's hard to like maneuver in crime 2022 because everything is being recorded, right? My first thing, if it's to go down, is boom, body has to disappear, or location. Number one, before even the body, location scarce. Nobody has to be around. If I'm in Cabo, why am I doing it in a resort? If they're in Cabo, wouldn't they go into the forest, because the forest is less authorities? There's, you know what I'm saying? My brain went into like all these serial killer docs that I've watched, right? So I'm like, even if it was a plot, why the hell would they kill her and leave her in a resort where they booked in? It's recorded that they booked in. There's cameras of them booking in, leaving with, let's say, 7 people and now they're 6. Come on, it's a done deal. So in the case it was a plot, to me it's a dumb plot. But I'm working on a case that maybe this was an escalation of something. Maybe there was a sudden, I don't know, with girl drama. Let's say she found out something, it made her mad, and now she's trying to fight her. She's trying to beat her up, whatever the case may be. Cool. But it's the video. When you watch the video, she starts fighting. And a friend who's recording the friend who's recording the video, I'm going to talk about him soon. As he's recording the video, he says, Keller, you at least fight back. I'll talk about him. But the girl who's throwing the blows, bro, she takes the girl and, like, when I say, like, she flings her, right? They start from one end. You know how well, if you ever seen a girl fight, it's never stationary. It's always moving. A girl fight is always moving. It's like, I've seen a 1 or 2 live when I lived in the Bronx. Like, it's always moving. It starts one end, so it goes to the next end. They're fighting, And as they fight, the girl takes her and slams her. And the girl just slaps on the floor, and she's just slumped over with her head down. And it's not the fight itself, but it's what happens after she slams her. So she slams her, right? And the girl is slumped over. As she's slumped over, bro, that's when this girl goes full Mike Tyson. She goes full Muhammad Ali. She goes left, right, left, right, left, right. As the girl is slumped, bro, like the girl is caged. There is no resistance. There is no counter punch. There is no counter shot. The girl is slumped. Now, in most fights that I have seen with my own two eyes, when someone gets slumped, it's kind of the sign that the fight is ended. Anything after that is excessive. I'm not talking about this case because violence is not the answer. But at least I grew up in the Bronx. I've seen a lot of fights. I've been in a few of my own. But in most fights, whoever gets dropped first, that's the end of the fight. This girl is dropped on the floor. Mind you, the cause of her death is, they said, basically suffocation because two bones in her neck were shifted out of place. So she's slumped on the floor, and the girl is throwing haymakers. And you can see, like, you can feel when I say the hatred, you can feel the hatred just resonating off of the girl. She throws left, she throws right, she throws, and I watched the video like 20 times. She throws a knee. Bro, like, that is, when I say that is hate to the purest level that you have for somebody. But this is someone who is your friend. How does your this is someone who you call your friend, bro? This is someone who, now I know cases of love turning into hate where all these husbands kill their wives or wives kill their husband. And because it's an extreme positive, it may become extreme negative. I know those ones. But this is your friend. You went on vacation. And like I said, forget the narrative that it was a plot. You are telling me that in the midst of vacation, someone who you say you call your friend, you not only did you beat them up, but you wanted to inflict like proper damage on the friend. This is what you wanted to do. And I mean, like, when I saw that, I said, yo, this is exactly what, like, I won't call it my fears, but one of my hesitations and my reservations are that someone who, like, when you are in your place and you are in your friend group and you are in your whatever, and the situation turns left because you're so comfortable to call people your friends, and friendships in your 20s, friendships in your 20s, it can be that you have shared interests, right? You can be that you have shared hobbies or shared experiences. And because you have a lot of shared experiences, these people get you. Sometimes you're willing to take the counsel and the relation, like the spending time with your friend circle, often over every type of good counsel. Every type of good counsel. In your mind, you give that person a locker, like a drawer in your mind that, my people, my homie, in your drawer. And because of that access, it causes your downfall. That, like, I'm saying that is a thing you can, like, PYM militia, please, I am begging you. Y'all don't ever, if y'all ain't on, y'all see this later, I am begging you. When I say guard your mind, a big element of guarding your mind is always taking stock of your relationships. Please take stock of your relationships, bro, because you never know who is likely to switch up. And like I said, based on the narrative that this was unplanned, and this was just, call it jealousy or emotional outrage. This is the type of friend you have that in the name of emotional outrage that they're here turning into full Mike Tysons. This is the type of friend you have that in the name of outrage they're out here plotting to beat you up. Huh? The heck? Mind you, I've been jumped a couple times. When I remember the time that, like, cause it was beef or whatever the case may be. I remember I was 7th or 12th, 8th grade, and I got jumped. The reason why I got jumped was that it was planned, that they knew, and bro, they knew I would be walking down a certain block. These people knew 4 or 5 guys. They knew that I would be walking on a certain block. And because I was walking down the block by myself, chilling, I was up. It was up for me, right? And they got me. They took my phone, whatever the case may be, and I was gone. They didn't, throw 1-2 shots, and I was done, right? But a planned jumping, you don't plan jumps for your friends, G. You don't plan jumps for you plan a fight for your enemies, bro. You plan a fight for your ops, as they would say. Right? I've never planned a fight for my friend. I've never happened. Nah, but the way the video is set up, it was planned. She walked in and it was over. Because the 6 friends were all there. She walks in, and somehow we see footage of a fight. So boom, that's your friendship level. Guard your friendships. And I don't want to. I've already been 40 minutes on the first point. I'm not trying to be here for too long. If y'all here with me, let me know. You know what I'm saying? We live on Twitch, we live on YouTube, we live on Facebook. We're rocking out. I'm just talking about this whole thing with Shanquella Johnson from a different perspective, right? So, friends, I spoke on that. Now, in the video, bro, first of all, there's a video. That alone is already, my senses are up, because something is going on that's a bit of a wild situation, and there is a video. The person filming the video then adds insult to injury that whilst the fight is going on, this fish, this goat, this cow, this donkey who is recording the video is here saying, at least fight back, killer. And as this Mike Tyson, this bull of a woman, is throwing blows, you just hear the girl say, and he says, are you gonna fight back? And you just heard the girl whimper, and she's like, no. Oh, Charlie, when I heard that no, I'm like, I gotta believe that they're just devils out here masquerading in human skin, like in human body. Like, I don't want to believe that the world is such a cesspool that you're seeing a fight go on with your friends. I'll have no problem if it's strangers recording, because strangers have no sentiment or no buy-in. They have the least amount of care for your well-being. You might get that good Samaritan who he at least will call the police. I'm an advocate. Don't go and jump into anybody's fight. Let's get that. I was about to say jump in, but then I stopped myself, because in 2022, do not ever go and jump into someone's fight if you see it. Absolutely not. Call the police. Maybe get some footage. Maybe, and report it to the authorities if you want to help. If you see something going on, because today, Charlie, you are there trying to go in superhero with your hands, and then someone says, I got it on you. What you saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying? I will never advise jumping. But if you want to be a bystander, seeing something, fine, record. Call the police. Yo, 2 people are going crazy over here. We are so and so. Come check it out. You know, the situation is kind of getting out of hand. Please send some people, because this is getting loud. And you keep it pushing. You, Charlie, you move on. That's what I would. You move on. Crap. And it's like, if you want to be above and beyond, you say, listen, whatever is happening here, this is what I know. These are the people involved, and I'm done. Because you don't want to be in a situation where you become a casualty. But back to the situation. This is quote unquote friends recording it. Charlie, my blood was boiling. When I say my blood was boiling, my blood was boiling. Friends, in 2022, bro, when something is going on, now someone's reaction is to record it. And before I even say anything, I know there are people who are going to say, oh, Kelvin, but what about people who record it so that we can have document of it for whatever the case may be? Like, you know, for the authorities. That's a good point. That is a great point. But in this particular video, bro, I think the thing that set me off the most is not the actual phone. It's not the actual phone that's recording it. It's that as you are watching the video, in the corner, yo, I'm not gonna play the video. Hold on. Shanquella Robinson. Hold on, chat. I said I'll show it to you guys. If y'all here with me, y'all in the chat, let me know. If I'm here rocking by myself, I'll watch it later. That's fine. I'm gonna clip it up and send it out for you guys. Now I gotta find with this video. You can't find it on Twitter. You can't find it on Instagram because it's removed. You gotta find all these backward sites, these 2x4 sites to find it. I think the one that I was using. No, the one that I was using has been. Hold on, I'm gonna find it, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. Just give me 30 seconds. I'm gonna find it. What's the name of that thing? It was called like. Let me just do Shanquella. Yes. I found the website. You know what I'm saying? When these things happen, the New York Post, all these people, ABC News, all these guys, they don't post it. I'm on a Mexican website. I'm not gonna show it. I'm just gonna show a still of it, because I don't want to get taken down for violence. Hold on. And let me mute this F. I don't want any problems. So they fighting. Okay, they fighting. He blows. Oh, where is it? I'll find it. Before. Found it. Come here. Okay. Now, mind you, they've blurred out the fight that's going on, right? They've blurred out the fight that's going on. So, like the people involved. So, let me switch They've blurred the fight that's going on, right? This is what set. Oh, let me move my camera. Okay. This is what set me off, Jack. So, this fight is going on, right? These are them. This is the Dejanay girl, and then this is Shanquella. She's about to toss her on the floor. Now, we are seeing this by what? Virtue of a phone, recording it, right? What is this right here? You tell me what this is right here. There is another quote unquote friend recording the same freaking thing, bro. So there are two phones recording it. Please make it make sense to me. If it's 7 people in the room, 7 people are friends, 2 are fighting. One person is here giving play-by-play commentary, telling me Elite Keller fight black. There is another friend, bro, recording it on another phone. His phone is out. Whoever this is, he or she, their phone is out. And y'all like this is why I want to do PYM, because in 2022, when things are happening that doesn't make sense, someone's first reaction is to record it, not necessarily for police purposes, because clearly this was a plot. Clearly they knew it was up. Clearly they knew something was about to go down. But because of the name of freaking content, of virality, of likes, of repost, of something called your Twitter or Instagram or Facebook notifications blowing up, you are recording 2 of your friends fighting. Please make it make sense to me. What in the world is normal about seeking benefits from someone's harm just so that this box called a phone can ping per second because people are popping up in your notifications? What value does notifications bring to the everyday life? Please tell me. Please Please, like, tell me. The fight is going on, and the circumstances is this girl dies. That is so sad. But what I wanted to talk about more than anything is that this in 2022 is normal. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Does the need for like, I don't care about anything else. I'll describe it as, does the need of notifications and pings from Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat blowing up, does this matter enough that you people in the room who are called their friends could have stopped this thing from happening? But you want a recorded video? For what? For what? Please explain. For what? Bro, like, this is like the thing that drives me. Like, this is the thing that I'm not trying to rant, but this is the thing that I am fighting against. This will never, when I say it will never make sense to me, it will never make sense to me, bro. That oh shoot, that my thing went dark for a second. That in 2022, Microsoft, go away. In 2022, this is what people's instincts are. Something's going down, I gotta record it. Something goes down, I gotta post it. Something's going down, I gotta let my people, or let people know about it. For what? For what? Please. Like, honestly, for what? Like, how, like, why, when, like, I really want to ask the question. People who are more internet savvy than me, people who are more social media savvy than me, when did this happen, bro? When did this happen? When did this become the thing? Why? What is the craving of your phone blowing up that it matters so much that a possibility to save human life? This is an extreme situation, obviously, extreme negative situation, and I recognize that. But what is so thrilling, bro? Like, what is so thrilling about this thing called phone, this bloody thing called phone, called social media, called whatever, that makes people act like this? Because honestly, the biggest reason why I got up and said I'm gonna start recording on just mental health and digital wellness is because I watched a documentary, Social Dilemma, back in 2020. And the biggest thing, it's a great documentary. I plead with you to watch it, and breaking down the science behind all the apps. The biggest thing that I took from that film, bro, is that the people who made this thing, Mark Zuckerberg, and the people who made these things called social media platforms, had no idea it would turn into what it is today, bro. You're telling me that something about 1 million responses and 1 million likes and 1 million comments? I'm not throwing shade to the people who have leveraged it to make a bag, bro. Do you? But the truth of the matter is, very few actually do and use it to create value to society. Very few do. I don't want to believe that if the world just crossed 8 billion, if 5 billion of them are on social media, you're telling me that 5 billion people are all trying to be social media influencers, my guy? No, I don't want to believe that. Very few do. So if that's the case, it's an underlying thing. Something is wrong here, that the link of benefit and gain is directly attached to the number of notifications on your phone for any piece of video. Why? Like, I don't care. As much as I do this, I could care less, bro. If something happens and it benefits people, like, my biggest thing is to benefit people. If it benefits people, great. But damn the numbers. Damn it. Like, who cares? The numbers are just numbers. It's just notifications. Like, I remember, bro, like, I was going through Reddit, and I was in a community, and people were just talking about average screen time, average whatever the case may be. And average screen time was like 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours, whatever gives me screen time. Number one app. People putting screenshots of their screen time. And the number one apps were the usual suspects: Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, or Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Like, it was something in that order, right? And I'm like, okay, me on YouTube, I have no beef with YouTube. Because it's kind of, it's like it's video, but it's that for most people the top two things for 10-hour plus screen time was Instagram or Twitter, Instagram or Twitter, Instagram or Twitter. And I'm like, what the frick is happening in the Instagram and Twitter that you dedicate 10 hours of your day to? Like, what is really happening? How many memes are, like, which meme have you, like, is so whatever, or which baby mama drama or celebrity drama or political, which one of it is so interesting that you spend 10 hours of your mind dedicating to, in the name of what? And then when you go from watcher, you become poster because you want some kind of validation. And I get it. The thing about social media is that it has perfectly encaptured the human brain's desires. I get that element. But literally, I brought up a last stream, I brought up a Forbes research on social media addiction and digital wellness, and they described the definition that they used. I said, I keep saying it. They said it's digital cocaine. Digital cocaine. There's nothing sexy about cocaine. I mean, I know rappers can make it sound cool. You know what I'm saying? I got the white, I got the snow, I got the puff, I got the whatever. But to call it cocaine and link it to social media, that to me sounds like alarm bells. But this is normal. This is normal. To the point that someone lost their life and is in the process of losing their life. And these people, these people, they need to be going under the jail. Not into jail, under the jail. That one there, under the jail for your stupidity, for your accessory to murder, for your whatever, conspiracy, conspire, I'm not a lawyer, but all these law shows, conspire to murder, accessory to crime, or accessory to first degree murder. This is cold-blooded murder. Cold-blooded. Revenge. All that needs to be thrown under the jail. But it's not that, like, that one is the consequences of their actions. But in this moment, they think nothing is normal. They think nothing is normal. That there's a phone recording it, bro. There's a freaking phone recording it. And that there's another person recording it. And all this person wants to do is have content. To post. Because if it was that, you can't tell me like it was that, oh, like, again, I like to work with conspiracy theories. Like maybe they wanted to have evidence of it going down, so you know what I'm saying, snitch on the other person. Why then would your voice be put into it? Why would the guy who watched the video, the guy says at least fight back or do something. So if it was, like I said, I watch so much crime shows. If I wanted evidence, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to hold evidence to be the first one to snitch. Wouldn't I keep my mouth shut so that I can be like, yo, I have this, what deal can I get? But the guy's giving commentary. Clearly he wants some engagement. Clearly he wants some involvement. Clearly he wants to post this as the next viral thing that will come from his freaking profile. And that is the enemy of PYM militia, bro. I don't know who will see this. I don't know when we'll see this. But I promise you, G, as long as I have breath, I don't want to sound philosophical. The enemy of this channel, of PYM, of this brand, the enemy is not people. The enemy is the human behavior that desires attention on social media. That is the enemy. That is what the militia is fighting. That to me is the biggest form of darkness in the digital world. We'll talk about real life world, but this thing here, this action here that we've seen in all different things, in all different elements. This situation where it went bad, but it's happened in smaller levels and smaller occasions. This is what I want to kill. This is what I want to die. Because it can't keep going like this, bro. I keep saying, everybody keeps saying the world is gonna end, and I'm not in my, you know what I'm saying, whatever, Armageddon, whatever, end of the world bag. But the world is not ending, G. The world has not ended. It's 2022, the world has not ended. We are still here. So let's say the world keeps going on. If this is 2022, what does 2044 look like? Because people are clearly losing their minds. They are clearly This fool right here, the person giving the commentary, they've lost their minds. But as much as people are focused on the fight, and it is so sad, if you watch it play by play, you can tell maybe when she's been incapacitated. Hey, big brothel, big English is not coming. She becomes immobile. Let's use immobile. She just becomes a rock, and maybe that's when she starts dying. But when I saw this, it's this guy's thing that blew me up, that I gotta talk about it, bro. I gotta talk about it. Nah. I made the decision in 2017, my third year university. I was in class. This is my story. This is something that has been with me. Plus the compilation of the motivation behind PYM. It was social dilemmas I watched in 2020, and I kept this thing in my heart that I want to help with mental wellness and digital well-being and social media addictions. That's just what I want to dedicate my life to and trying to help. And PYM is just one outlet of that. In 2017, I'm in class. I remember, bro. It was I think my second year in finance. Some kind of like finance 101 or finance 102. So one class like that, right? And I'm in class. And when I say, I think I just posted something. And I used to have I told you, I used to be on IG. Remember my name, J Terra Forever. You know what I'm saying? I was 21, 22, something like that. And I'm in class. The guy was saying literally what was about to go on the midterm, my guy. And I don't know what happened to me. All of a sudden, I'm just waiting on the notifications. I was guilty of this. I'm waiting on a notification, waiting for notification. Then I just had I don't know, coming to Jesus moment. I'm why the heck am I waiting on these notifications? What at all does I would if it was a notification that y'all money into my bank account, I'm gonna wait on it. If it's a notification that saying something's working out, I just got an A in my class or something, or at the time that I was a student, I'm waiting on it. Or I just got a job, or I just got something. I'm waiting on that notification. But this notification, I see a Panda123 has liked your photo. Jackstar kid has liked your photo. That's the notification. Has liked your photo. That is the same word, different notifications or different usernames. And I just said, why the heck? And I kid you not, in that class, I said, when I was on Instagram, I said it Instagram still had the rainbow, the rainbow in the hold on. Instagram still had the rainbow in the what you call it? The app display on the phone. I'm about to show you. Instagram. I want to give y'all the time, man. I'm an Instagram I only say OG because OG means you know the game. I'm an early adopter of Instagram, and I never held on. Instagram rainbow. Is it thumbnail or app picture? Yeah, let's do app picture. Let's see. No, I want the old Instagram. I want to show y'all to understand what I last remember of Instagram. Icon, rainbow app icon. That was when I was on Instagram, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. I want to prove a point. I know I'm dulling. Old Instagram rainbow app icon. Yeah. I'm gonna show y'all. This one right here. This was when I was on Instagram. Let me switch to that. Yeah, this one. This is what I know as Instagram. This is my Instagram. When Instagram still had this logo, I don't know if it was 2017, 2018. That's when I left. Right, that's when I left. That's when I left, y'all. Yeah. And the funny thing is, as I progressed through my 20s, right? People, let's say I meet someone, I still used to party. I partied a lot in my 20s, go out, I have friends, or at work or class or whatever case it be, a class, someone I don't know, and I talk to them beside me, whatever the case may be. Easy thing is yo, send me an IG, whatever case, let's connect. And I told them, I don't have an Instagram. And they would look at me like, you don't have an Instagram? I'm like, huh? What do you mean I have an Instagram? You weird. What? And I'm like, yeah, I just don't have Instagram. Like, you can send my number. We can text. If it's whatever the case may be, if it's necessary. You know, I have a local, like, I have Snapchat. And funny enough, Snapchat is dead. But, like, literally, I have, like, maybe 60 or 70 people there. And it's the same 70 people I've had since Snapchat existed. Since the beginning of Snapchat, I've had 7 people. Maybe, like, Snapchat is dead, bro. Sorry. But people looked at me funny. People looked at me crazy. People looked at me like, what the heck? You don't have Instagram, you don't have Twitter, you don't have anything, you don't have nothing? My Facebook is the same Facebook that I've had there since when Facebook first came out. And that thing is just there. But now I'm trying to, leverage it to promote stuff. But not really, actually. But it's that people looked at me weird. And for me, the reason why I bring this up is my goal is eventually one day, the question, like, hopefully the person who spends 24/7 on Instagram is the weird person. The person who lets that thing become their sole focus is the weird person. Now, as I say that, I know people are gonna say that don't give up. People have leveraged Instagram to be their careers, and you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, get your bag, bro. If you are a model in IG modeling and entertainment or whatever, and you are making your money, Charlie, chop on. You are maybe the proofing point of leveraging it productively. But again, if there's 5 billion people, are 5 billion people trying to be IG models? Are 5 billion people trying to be IG comedians? Are 5 billion people trying to be influencers? Stop the cap. Stop it. Stop telling me that nonsense. Please. What's happening? Please. Oh, my soundboard is not even working. So if that's the case, why then is it becoming more and more normal that is where the world exists now, the digital world? No, I refuse. PYM militia, PYM gang. We refuse, bro. We refuse. We are hoping that, yes, people. I'm not an anti anything. I'm not saying use it every now and then. Use it sparingly for like use it because it's there and it has good value. But what I'm saying is that it cannot be the end all freaking be all. It needs to be managed. Everybody talks about the good of the thing, but social media is the only thing that we only talk about the good. And we try and dispute the bad. If you look at medicine is the example that came to my mind. If you are sick, the pill or medicine is meant to heal you, but every health board requires that you have to state the side effects anytime you advertise the benefits. If there's if you're going into, I don't know, even in today's terms, you're downloading something. The download of it, maybe you want to get a new app or get a new software, and the software benefits you. Every company is required. You may not read it, but at least it's there. It's required to have terms and conditions, and the terms and conditions have to state any potential negative effects of the software the person is providing. If any service, any product, whatever the case may be, there are institutions, there are bodies, there are regulations, there are things in place. If it's trading, if it's investing, you have to state the effects of possible loss. If it's a medicine, you have to state the possible side effects. If it's a surgery, you have, like, health, education, whatever, we state the negative. But social media is, for me, and maybe there are other places, but please enlighten me, is the only place that when you say something bad about it, people come and tell you that, but people are using it to make money, and it's a place where we talk, it's a place where we connect, and we talk all over the world. I am not disputing that. But the truth of the matter is, in 2022, people are more kooky than ever before. People are more sad than ever before. People are more miserable than ever before. People feel more alone than ever before. And reports have shown that now one of the linking factors is heavy technology and social media usage. People have lowest levels of self-esteem, highest level of anxiety. And the people who are way smarter than me are linking technology usage and social media platforms. So clearly, my guy, bro, there are some negative side effects. And for me, PYM, all we're focusing on is managing your usage in hopes that the negative side effects do not make you the next casualty. That's it. That's it, bro. That's it. Like, again, thoughts and prayers to the family of Shanquella Robinson. It is such a sad situation. It is so dumb. It is so freaking dumb, bro. It is so sad, that they planned it. If they're supposed to be quote unquote planning and plotting, this is the dumbest murder I've seen. Please, this would even I used to watch First 48 a lot. First 48, they're solving this in a minute, because you killed her. If it's that you wanted to kill her, you registered you paid by credit card to go to a resort. You were 7 people and you left with 6, and you killed her in the resort. What's the alibi there? And then beyond that, right after she went disappeared, you called her on your phone. You called her mother to tell her that she has alcohol poisoning. You know what I'm saying? If it's a proper plotting and planning, shouldn't you text from the girl's phone saying, "Mom, I'm decided to stay here for a couple." You know what I'm saying? Like the typical things we see in all these documentaries and crime investigation. So clearly something went wrong. But again, these fools and these goats, they deserve all the punishments that are coming to them. Everything in the world that is due them. I'm a big believer in energy. If you send out evil energy, you are inviting evil upon your way. I don't care. I don't believe that any evil is left unchecked and unaccounted for. If it doesn't account for you in your lifetime, it will account for someone in your next generation or the next generation, because no evil is just left to enjoy. Evil is around us, and evil people can be evil. Evil people can profit. Evil people can prosper. Evil people can elevate. But for releasing evil, there has to be a consequence of evil. I'm a big believer in that. So for them, you've sown your fate, but a life was lost, bro. A life was lost. I'm sorry I ranted. You know what I mean? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know, you know what I'm saying, what you think about it, what you feel about it. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but I hope, as I always say, I hope from the rants y'all can take something from it. That can, take from it what you will. Totally. Time has flown. Time has flown. It has flued. But I'll be back. I'll be back on Sunday night. I'm kicking. If I'm rocking out by myself solo dolo, it is cool, bro. We'll look back on this, and hopefully we learn some great lessons as the PYM gang, the PYM militia. As I always saying, signing out, I wish y'all perfect health. I wish y'all perfect wealth. I wish y'all perfect love. And I wish y'all perfect self-expression. I wish that your mind is secure, and above all else, it is growing every single day. All right? Y'all have a great evening. Be well. Guard your minds. I don't want it to be all doom and gloom. We just gotta, roll with the punches, as I say. Life will keep throwing you crap. You just have to be able to, dodge the splatter. Call it that. You just gotta be able to dodge the splatter. All right. But let me sign out on something. Something calm. I like it. But yeah. Y'all have a good evening. We'll be back. We were live on Twitch. Follow on Twitch at PYM Live Official. We are on YouTube at PYM Live, and on Facebook at PYM Live. We have a page. I'm gonna stream for Facebook every now and then, just to see how it does. But yeah, we out. Y'all have a great evening. Stay well. don't mind the stupidity. And yeah, bro. We gone. Peace.